Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy you stopped by. It's time for another around the world collaboration and I'm joining 10 other channels this month, and it's hosted by Sylvia at What's Cooking at Mom's Kitchen, as well as Sandy from My Augie's Kitchen, and this is going to be all recipes from Portugal. I'll have everybody listed in the description below. So for my contribution to the Portugal collaboration, I'm going to be making sonhos. Now, when you look at the word, it is S-O-N-H-O-S. So I thought it was pronounced Sonhos, but thank goodness I looked at some videos and it's sonhos. But any way you pronounce it, they're delicious. They are Portuguese fried donut holes, and they are dusted with cinnamon sugar. You can literally make these from start to finish in 20 minutes. So when you need a donut fix, you got one and you don't have to go to the donut shop. So stay tuned and I'll show you exactly how to make them, and don't forget to check out everybody else in this month's collaboration that I'll have listed in the description box along with the full recipe amounts. We're going to need 3 large eggs, a tablespoon of sugar, 3 tablespoons of butter cut into small cubes, 3/4 plus 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 cup of water, a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of fresh lemon zest, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Now in a pot, go ahead and add in your water and your butter, as well as your sugar, your salt, and the vanilla, and the lemon zest. Now you're just going to stir this over medium heat until all the butter is completely melted and it starts to simmer. Then we're going to take our flour and just dump it in there. Then go ahead and take a wooden spoon and turn off your heat and just keep stirring. Now at first it looks like it's not going to come together, but just keep stirring, making sure you're incorporating all of the flour into the liquid. And pretty soon it's going to form this dough ball. And this is exactly what we're looking for. Now just make sure you don't see any lumps of flour in there. Kind of check it. And this looks good. Now you're going to put this in a bowl and let it cool for 10 minutes. We don't want it to be warm when we add in our eggs. And in the meantime, let's make some cinnamon sugar. It's just a 1/2 cup of sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're going to set that aside for a little bit later. Now our dough is cool to the touch. So now we can start incorporating our eggs one at a time. Now we don't want to put them all in there at once or it's not going to work right. So just take your mixer and do the first one. And now I'm adding in my second one. Now it looks like it's not going to come together, but see after the second one how it's starting to look like a dough. And now I'm adding my final one. And I just probably mix that another 30 seconds or so, and it's going to form this really thick dough. Now see, when I turn the spoon over, it really doesn't even fall off. And that's exactly what it should look like. Now, in the pot, I have about 2 to 3 inches of oil that I've heated up, and I'm going to use a cookie scoop. You could also just use 2 spoons. Now once the oil reaches 350 degrees, you're going to drop in the balls of dough. Now you want to make sure your oil is hot enough or they're going to be kind of greasy. And you don't want to overcrowd the pan because these are going to expand to about 3 times the original size. And now I have this little spider strainer that I got from the Asian store. It works really well to kind of flip these over and move them around. And we want to kind of move them around every minute or so. These are going to take 6 to 7 minutes to cook. And it's so funny because they will start turning over all by themselves. I thought that was so funny when I first saw it happen. Now after about 5 minutes, they're going to start to split open a little bit. That's totally normal. Now, see how golden brown they are? You do not want to undercook them or they will be doughy inside. So you want to cook them the full 6 to 7 minutes. Then while they're hot, roll them in our cinnamon sugar. Super easy. They smelled really, really good. It smelled like a donut shop. And this is what they look like up close. They're super crispy. And you want them that nice dark brown color. They're gonna look done after like 4 minutes, but they're not. And that's all there is to it, and they're nice and fluffy inside. Then I like to dip mine in some chocolate hazelnut spread, or you could just put some honey over the top. Now in Portugal, they actually have a special honey that they drizzle over the top made of cane sugar, but you can't find that here. So I'm using this Nutella. These were absolutely delicious. I would suggest eating them within a couple hours. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye everybody.